Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to show you I'm working on my furnaces here, or furnace. I've got two. This is my entry door from outside. My utility room you access from the outside. My house used to be a church, so it's set up more like a commercial building than it is a residential. But so when you walk in, there's my water heater. And there's one furnace, and there's the other. And they are Rheem Classic 90 Plus furnaces. And the problem I was running into was it would kick on. The flame would kick on, and as soon as it would kick on, it would just kick right back off again. And, well, you know, they, get off of there. I don't want to break it. She was stuck. Okay. Well, what we got? Let me just show you. I'm gonna flip you guys. Okay. So here's the main switch to kill power to it. But if you look in here on the main circuit board right behind the squirrel cage blower, there's these three LEDs. This one lights up when you have power. This one lights up when it's running. And if it dies for any reason, it's not working right, that will flash. At least on this model, I've seen that one will flash a trouble code. And then this one over here is the flame sensor LED. And when this thing would kick on, like you'd look down here. Yeah, let me get down here. You look down here and there's get over to this one. That little window right there, you can see in there. You can see the flame in there. And the flame would kick on and then go right back off again. And if you notice, let's see if I can get in there to it. Let me grab my light here. Down inside there, see if I can get you an angle. Come on. Yeah. Try it down here. It's hard to get these things to focus. There we go. See that? Yeah. Come on. There you go. See that little ceramic piece with the wire coming out of it? That is your flame sensor. This one has two. And, well, that light, get back up here. That yellow light is supposed to be on solid when the flame's running, and the one on here was flickering. So that's what's good about having two furnaces the exact same, just to make sure that was supposed to do that. When this one kicked on, I watched that light and it was solid. So I'm gonna have to, I don't know if these have gone bad, or if if they just need cleaned. So I'm gonna put you guys in the little holder here, flip the camera, and this isn't going to be extraordinarily easy to video. It'd be a lot easier if I had a camera person, but you guys can fight with me with it. So, and okay, so let's see. Yeah, they're a little dirty. So this would be a whole bunch is easier if we had good. This one over here I can get to really good. But this one over here, is kind of a pain to get to. Yeah, that one's just going to be a real pain in the butt. But I'll just take this one out over here, and then I'll just show you this one over here after I get it out, and then off camera I'll do this other one. I'm probably gonna take this top plate off, and because I think I can get to it. I can get to it with this top plate being off. So we'll try that, but I just need to try and clean it. So this really needs a some access holes cut in the side, which I may end up doing that, because I think this is going to be a pain in the booty talks. Yeah, there just ain't no good way to get to that without taking that whole assembly out, and I don't want to take that whole assembly out, because then I got to take it off. I got to shut the gas off, take this union out, pull this all out, which doesn't look like something that I want to do. I mean, I will if I have to, but I really kind of don't want to. But I think if I get them to, yeah, let me take these top pieces off. If I get this top piece off, I can probably get to it. Guys, riveted yet with the action? I need to clean off the thermal overheat sensors anyway. They're on that. Put this over on this other furnace. The thermal sensors are in that top plate, so I need to clean them off anyways. Now, let's just try that. Well, I definitely put this stuff in a way that so you can't get to it very easy. All right. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, that thermal sensor's a little. Clean them off a little bit. These are the thermal sensors in there to make sure it's not overheating. Now, let's turn you around. Okay. Maybe. There it is. See that? Right there. That's the flame sensor. And then there's another one right there. So this one, see if I can see it back there. Focus. Okay. That one looks pretty good, but this one over here is pretty dirty. Yeah. Okay, that just came unplugged. That's not good. Where was you plugged in? There it was. Okay. That came unplugged, so it just goes in there on that plug right there. So, but this is a crap. Let's see if we can get her to focus. There we go. Okay. So there we go. She's a little dirty. So, you know, basically this one burner right here blows right past that. So, it's got some carbon buildup on it. So, let us and our work. You guys probably just love all my crappy camera work. And looky here. I've even got sandpaper in here already. Okay. So, let's... Looky there. Right on it. And get all up in here. And I'm probably just going to go ahead and order some new ones, because I looked them up and they're like $10. So might as well, you know. Alright, how's that look now? Get some light over here. Alright, that's cleaner. Now, going around here, let's see if I can get you guys in up here where it'll stay. See if I can utilize. There we go. I'm kind of using the camera too as seeing where the crap I'm going. See all that carbon soot and stuff that's on it that's coming off? There we go. Yeah, see, it's got some buildup on it. Now, the only reason that I'm making this video showing this is because I've had to do this once before, about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I had to do this same thing. That's why I still had sandpaper in here. Alright, there we go. Okay. So now, let's see if I can kind of show you what I was doing here. As I get my light back. So it's not a good spot in here to put light, you know. I got the main light, but there's just not a good spot in here. Okay, here we go. So, let's move this back. Put that in there. Plug this in before I forget. I wonder why I don't have more subscribers. This awesome camera work. Well, when you're doing this stuff by yourself, it can be kind of a pain. And to, yeah, it can be kind of a pain to... Sorry, I had the screen here all jacked up for a while. I didn't think about that. I'm not a professional. All right. So let me get the little bit here. Yeah, I don't know why this one, I had to do it on this one and the other one not had any problems, but I mean, I'm glad I've not had any problems, but okay. So let's, okay. Now let me put this on, back on the fan. Hey, if you guys get me up to enough subscribers where I can start making money at this, I might be able to hire me a camera guy to do this stuff for me. Yeah, there we go. Now you're only partially cooking. There we go. Okay, so got them cleaned out, and ideally, I need to take that whole gas train and everything out, but I just didn't want to do that. See, because I can get you where you can see that black pipe right there. That whole burner assembly, you can unbolt that and take the whole thing out. Problem is, you have to unplug that, and then over here, if you go over, you got to shut that valve off, and then there's the union, and you got to pull that whole assembly out in one piece. And it doesn't leak right now, and I really don't want to, I just don't want to break that gas line unless I have to. So I'm going to have to, which I don't even think I'm going to do it then. Right there where the screw's at, across from that, I'm going to come out here, and they have these, let me get you over here, I got a little more light. They have these plugs, and see, it's open right there, but I think I'm just going to drill a hole in the sides to where I can get to those easier. I was just going to show you that. And if you make comments that I'm too long-winded and this is taking too long and this really isn't an informational video, this is just me showing what I was doing. So if you don't like it, there's millions of other channels out there. You can just pick one of them. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. I'd like this channel to grow, but I'm just doing what I do. So there we go. Now I really need that to hold. Well, you know what? I'm not troubleshooting. So if I turn this on, for the 18th time today. Let's see here. When I turn power on, okay, so if I push that in, yep, there we go. So see, now I have both. Okay. So it's all happy. So if I take that off, then it loses its thing. So let's go in the house and oh look, it's dark outside. Well, almost dark. Stroller I got to get rid of. But let's go in the house, turn the thermostat up. There we go. There we go. Thought it was kind of zoomed in a little bit. I'll give you guys a tour of the house sometime. But all right, so I've got, oh, see how the backlight's out?
What
Well, we are going to see a little bit more of the house. When that backlight is out, the furnace will not kick on. Because, remember I said this used to be a church. Well, one of the old breakers is in here. And when they redid the wiring in the house, that's before I bought it. I never can remember which one of these it is. When they redid it, oh, you know what? No, never mind. It gets the control power after that switch is pushed in outside. Just thought about that, but way back there at the end of the hall, that's the man cave. So, and I can't show you the foyer. So I got the Christmas stuff set up, and so there's the foyer. There's my front. There's the dogs' beds. We just kept an old toddler mattress and cushion off an old couch for the dogs. There's one of our cats. What are you doing, Lucky? And so there's a front room, big slidey door. There's all of our beams. There's a beam above the island. I'll do a walkthrough sometime and explain this hall, everything. Here's a dining room. There's some more barn slidey doors. So that's, oh, walked right past the thing that I come in for. Okay, let's turn. Huh. I've never seen that go off like that before. Usually it's that breaker or that switch, but that is weird. Huh. Okay. Well, let's turn it up to 70. And you seen it says heating. Well, it's not actually going to try to heat anything until I push in on that. Well, let's go see if it works. There's the garage. Okay. Okay, don't try this at home. All right, let's push in on this. And we have two lights. There, the fan just kicked, or the blower just kicked on. Give it a second to warm up. Hold my little switch. Down here and see if we can see the. There, see the flames are on. Flames kicked on, and no more flashing LED. So it looks like that's all it was, is just had some buildup on it. So, yep, she's kicking on like it's supposed to. So, at least on this particular furnace, I'm going to try to do this one-handed. It's probably going to fail miserably. Oh, look at that. Okay. I got to hold this in until the fan kicks off. These are annoying, but they're there for a reason. It's a safety switch. I get it. But that was good. I'll tell you how I noticed it. I was sitting in the living room last night, and it had cold air blowing out the vent. Well, when the flame sensor gets goofy like that, if it's just flaky, like this one was, where that sensor would see it, and it was flashing in and out, that yellow light I showed you. So it was staying on long enough for it to actually build up a little bit of heat. Well, then it would start blowing warm air in the vents inside. Excuse me. And then I'd start feeling cold air coming out. Well, that's another safety thing on gas furnaces anyways. Electric has it, but not to this, not as much as this does. But at least in the electric furnace I have at the other house that I've noticed. But once it builds up heat in the box, even after the flame goes out, the fan still runs for a while to make sure that that box doesn't get overheated. So that's kind of why it does that. But it was running long enough that I was sitting there and I felt cold air coming across my feet. So that's when I come out here and start checking. And I know that by that, especially, you know, since it did it like 4 or 5 years ago, that that was probably what it was. So when I took this cover off and fired it up, it was flashing. So at that point I knew that's what it was. But I couldn't get to it. I didn't want to get to it last night at I think it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, about 12:30 when I came out here. I didn't want to mess with it then. So, because it was intermittently working, it wasn't completely gone. But if it's the way it looked like on this one, anyways, is both of those sensors, it has to see both of them in order for it to run right. To run, if it sees either one of those that doesn't have a flame detect on it, it shuts it off. Because, you know, if you've got one tube that's not flaming, just throwing gas out, and the other ones are flaming, you know, chance for explosion, all that stuff. So the one on that side actually looked pretty clean on the right side, but the one on the left was pretty dirty. So, and I know this is a long drawn out video and probably won't have many people by this point, but that's something, you know, that worked for me on this situation. So again, like I said at the beginning of the video, don't try this home. If you do try it at home, it's on you. It's on you. All I'm doing is showing you what I did. Of course, it'd be nice at this point if one of my kids or my wife or somebody was here, so I could call them and tell them to turn the thermostat down so this thing would kick off quicker. That's why I only turned it up a couple of degrees so it would shut off quicker. But because I don't know what I did with that tape. Yeah, dude, it's on. Never mind, I do know what to do. It's on the floor and it's crinkled up. But I don't want to let this off until it gets done running. I just don't want to take a chance of throwing the fault code and having to reset it and all that good stuff. So, but I do appreciate everybody watching. If you have watched this long, you know, go back and watch my other videos. A lot of them are this kind of format where I just yak while I'm doing stuff. What's that? Nick Zametti, he says waffle on. He keeps waffling, talking a lot. But hey, I appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. This isn't one of those super exciting videos of people, you know, I don't know. I've got another video talking about how some people get millions of views and they don't do anything, really anything. They walk around and talk or do some goofy dance and they get millions of views. You know, so, oh well, whatever. I'll catch a niche of people that, Gen X people or whoever that likes this kind of stuff. So I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Bye.